The defense stepped up to the plate for day 4 of Chicago Bears training camp, and you love to see it. What's going on, everybody? My name is Philip Charles Vanderhayden IV, a.k.a. Philly the Fourth. I'm here with you today on Chicago Bears Breeze to talk about the defense. They stepped up today. Now, there obviously were some elements that went with it. Unfortunately, there was a lot of rain and some thunderstorming, I think, at the beginning of practice, and unfortunately, it was supposed to be Kids Day, and the fans got sent home unhappy. I will say that the Bears need to do something about that process and figure out how they could foresee that a little better, just because there was already a line and people had already made the trip, and then they told them to turn around. And I think they offered them a discount on merchandise, which, like, that's kind of a slap in the face. Like, yeah, you can, we'll make up for your travel here. Spend more money on us. And I guess for the diehard Bears fans, that might be good enough, but there might just be some parents there that brought their kids for an experience, and depending on how far they traveled, like, that's kind of bogus, but hey, I'm not here to brag about that. I just wanted to make a note of it, because I know that there's feels like there has to be a better way to do that process. But the defense stepped up today, so the Bears ended up getting outside eventually. And so when they did, it was rainy, gross. It wasn't the kind of day that, lent itself to being a clean offensive day. And if the Bears offense would have had a clean day, that would have been awesome. But unfortunately, they did not. Today was the worst day that they had. And the defense stepped up. So you love to see that from the defense. We need our defense to be able to hold their own at times. And I've got a couple of quotes here. 3 quotes from our leader, Jalen Johnson, on defense. So without further ado, Johnson told reporters that he played through pain last season, adding that the difference between then and now is night and day. I needed a full offseason to get my legs back under me, to get some scar tissue and things like that out. Really just working and pushing my body. I feel really good. I feel good with my speed. I feel good with where I'm at laterally, change of direction and all that. I just got to keep stacking days. Really, it's just my technique and getting consistent and back to just being dominant. Johnson spent most of the offseason working on the mechanics of running again. With core and groin issues, the knee lift is definitely something I had to get back. In the beginning, just doing a lot of speed work. I can definitely tell that that's where I was really weak. Just attacking that early and getting back to being myself. Training, lifting, sprinting, the usual stuff. Got into Pilates, too. Pilates is one of the things I'm going to continue to do. Johnson has zero concern that the defense will be complacent coming off a season in which the Bears won the NFC North title and beat the Packers in the playoffs. Outside of takeaways, we finished, if I'm not mistaken, bottom 10, bottom 5 in a lot of categories. So for me, we haven't done a damn thing. There's a lot for us to prove on defense. Of course, the offense is rolling. That's not something we can rely on. Okay, the offense go put up 40, and we'll hold them to 35. To me, that's unacceptable. We've got a lot to work on. We still got a lot to do and to prove. If guys aren't hungry, I don't know what to say or what to do about that. We've got a lot of people that are motivated, and we've just got to go out there and play. I love these comments from Jalen Johnson. And last but not least, Caleb's the best quarterback I've had since maybe Nick Foles, if you want to go that far. Just far as slinging it, he's doing his thing. You could see the accuracy. You could see the confidence throwing the ball in tight windows. The Justin Fields truthers might not be happy to hear that, but love hearing all that from Jalen Johnson. Him being at top form is going to be a big deal for this defense. If they can get any semblance of a pass rush, Johnson being in coverage, I'd like to see this be his first year where he picks a lot of passes off. And it would be great because, honestly, a lot of cornerbacks, top cornerbacks, they have brief reigns on top. Like, the best cornerbacks in the game are usually only the best cornerbacks for like a couple years. And then as they get older, they lose some of that speed, some of that ability that they once had. And, it's very rare for a cornerback to have a very long reign at the top of the heap. For Johnson to return and give one of his best years ever after, he had career years 2-3 years ago, that'd be a big deal. And, it would obviously justify the contract even more, and it would be a great thing to see for the Bears. Last but not least, there was an interception today. And I have it on video for you. 1 second. Kobe Bryant, my ladies and gentlemen. So you love to see it. I mean, obviously we don't want Caleb to be throwing a lot of picks, but on a wet, sloppy day, you kind of expect that to happen a little bit, and you want the defense to be able to take advantage. Kobe Bryant through his first few days of camp feels like somebody that's going to make a difference on this team, and I'm excited for him. Overall, on offense, I'm not worried. The only thing I'd like to say though is like I'm going to preach that the offense has been great through 3 days, right? So they looked not so great today. The connection with Luther Burden in particular did not look as good as they're used to, but that's okay. You just want to see them be able to bounce back. So as long as they can bounce back Monday, it's all good. There's nothing wrong with the way things went. Other than that, the injury report was the same. Kyle Monungai missed a third straight day of practice, and the rest of the usual suspects were there. Cairo Santos made 7 out of 8 field goals, which is good in the elements. You love to hear that. Jack Sanborn left practice early and didn't return. That's unfortunate because we're already light at linebacker. Let's hope that that's only going to be temporary. And Jalen Jones continued to work with the starters at nickel. Tyson Bagent found Xavion Thomas for a touchdown during practice. Love to hear that because Xavion, I want him to have a good role on this year's team, and so it's a good thing if he can produce with the backup and with Caleb. And yeah, overall, the ball was on the ground too much with the first team offense, and it's something that I'm sure they're going to work on moving forward. And Jedrick Willis was the player at left tackle today with the ones. He got his turn. Obviously, Braxton with the 2s and Kieran with the 3s, I believe. So I'm sure we'll see Braxton with the 1s in next practice if their rotation continues the way it's been. And yeah, man, let the best man win. But that'll do it for this episode of Chicago Bears Breeze, my friends. I just wanted to stop in and give you guys a little update on that defense. I appreciate you guys. Please make sure to leave a like on the video. That means a lot for the algorithm. We need people to leave the likes. I'm getting some views, but I need you guys to leave the likes. Pretty please with sugar on top. All right. Appreciate y'all. I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Have a blast. Be irresponsible, but not too irresponsible. Don't kill anyone and don't go to jail. Those are 2 good rules to follow. All right, everybody. My name is Philip Charles Vanderhayden IV, a.k.a. Philly the Fourth. As always, long live the Chicago Bears, but most importantly, long live you, Breeze Nation. Bear down, Chicago.